All right, here we are in a beautiful Costa Mesa, California day. Costa Mesa, Newport Beach area, nice morning, 70-some degrees. Looking at a really neat, full of character, 1930 Model A pickup. Great little pickup. It's got some good SoCal history kind of pickup. The current owner has owned it a few years, and he's done a lot of little upgrades to it. He purchased it from a gentleman that had restored it in 1989. There's a tag on the firewall. Used it kind of a promotional piece for his crane service, and the current owner liked the Russell's crane service, and it kind of stuck with the truck. The gentleman, when he retired, kept it inside for several years after he had sold the crane service, and then finally put it up for sale, and this gentleman purchased it. Before that, it was a work truck here in Southern California somewhere for an oxygen tank company. So kind of what we know about it history-wise, we actually have a lift here that we're able to use. He brought it to a spot where I could cover the undercarriage and so on and so forth. But cute little Model A pickup. It's all steel. It's finished in a taxi cab yellow is what it looks like, with root beer brown fenders. Just nice and tidy and cute. Walk around and tell you what we know about it. See, it's all steel here. Cowl lights now. A lot of the electric has all recently been gone through by Jeff here at Hot Rod Electric, and that's where we're shooting at, is in front of the building here, where he went through and made sure everything worked, all the lights. Now has a third brake light, so on and so forth. These are working turn signal cowl lamps, Model A cowl lamps. Has a nice little peep mirror. Of course, it has the visor on it. It has an electrified wiper on it. Sorry for the plane going over, nothing I can do about that. It happens all the time when I'm doing it. Just a nice, it's got character. It's been restored about 30 years ago, 28, 30 years ago, but the body and paint on it's really nice little pickup. Driving fog lights in the front here, again, all wired up and done. It's pretty much in its stock format as far as chassis and braking goes. It had new brakes put in it, completely rewired. Like I said, it is a 12-volt system on it. He's went underneath the hood here, and we spent some time under the hood, but basically it's got a hopped up Model A Ford four-cylinder engine, or just modified enough with a camshaft, distributor, bearing inserts, so on and so forth. But what's really cool is it has a updated fully synchronized transmission. It has a Mitchell gear splitter overdrive, so a high and low, so you can drive it, you know, a little bit better highway speeds. You're not going to run 70 miles an hour all day long, but you'll run a decent speed for a little cruise. So it's kind of a little around town truck, but it's got some extra gear if you have to get on the freeway. Side mount fender spare here, factory style. That's got Goodyear diamond tread white wall tires. Has custom oak sideboards on it. Russell's crane service. This is actually painted on, so you could take off this if you didn't want the Russell's crane shop on the door. A good body man could use some oven cleaner, so on and so forth, to soften it up and then take it off there and buff it out. A vinyl Naga hide interior. Looks like leather. Looks cute. It's very nicely done. Gauges here, just factory. It still has the fuel tank underneath the dash, and it's still filled from that. Working horn. There's a Mitchell high-low gear splitter. It's easier to see from this side. I'll show you from the other side also. The roof is not filled, so the body has not been modified. You can actually see pushing up on the roof here, so it's been covered in the same material that the interior's done on top and bottom. So a little bit of light patina, but just a cute little truck. Walk around here, we'll shut the door here. But it's been fully electrified, 12 volt, everything's working and like it's supposed to. It's kind of had a good little shakedown. Fun little truck. Has an updated bumper. They actually added a bumper bracket. We'll show you that on the undercarriage when we get to it. They actually put sedan style bumpers on it. Well, let's see here. Halogen headlights in the front. I didn't talk about that. I did talk about the tail lights. It has LED tail lights on it. I talked about the cowl lights already, but it has a LED tail light. So again, 12 volts. It's got a couple park lights inside the bumper there. It also has a third brake light there in the rear window. We'll share the bed here for you. We actually took some pictures with the bed gate down, so it's still functional Model A pickup. Oak hardboard sides here. California license plate. It's got an early 30 license plate on it. If this truck stays in California, the owner will let the plate go with the car. But if it goes out of state, then he will take the Model A, the 30 California plate off. So I just like to cover that when I see plates like that. We always ask the question, California buyer can keep it. Again, just nicely done, all steel truck, probably all Henry steel. I couldn't tell you, those don't feel like reproduction to me. They're thick. Step back, let you take a look at it here. Cute, 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 cute. We'll get him to fire it up. You'll actually hear it run here. Door jam to door jam, very nice little pickup. Again, it's a Model A, just a fun get around town. Good little parade car, no overheat issues at all. Let's sit here and run and run and run. It's been upgraded with turn signals on it here. Vintage style. Again, synchronized gearbox. High-low Mitchell shifter. Working e-brake. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. There's a early brass era fire extinguisher right there. And the bows and the roof have been done too. Third brake light there. Anyway, we're thinking you get the idea. Definitely go to spudsgarage.com where we'll have plenty more. Hang on to the end of the video. Talk to you soon. Get in. All right, we're going underneath the hood here. Very nice, this little pickup. Early. A lot of the current stuff is done by the current owner. He spent some time underneath the hood making this flathead just work like it's supposed to. It is a completely rebuilt four-cylinder. I'm talking very fresh, less than a couple hundred miles on it. It has it's a Ford Model A. It was all done within the last couple months. Has a Snyder high compression cylinder head on it. Has an updated distributor, so you don't have to work the advance from the. So it's got a mechanical advance that moves like it's supposed to. Previously, it would have been connected on the steering wheel, and you advance it as you drive. Has ignition coil on it now instead of individual coils like a Model A would have had. It has a Model A aluminum, here it has aluminum side cover with fully adjustable lifters, and it has a upgraded camshaft, AB camshaft in it. It has insert bearings in it now, so it doesn't have any issues with oiling. It's got a pretty neat circa 1950 Holley 859 updraft carburetor on it right here. Kind of a neat little deal. It's still gravity flow on the fuel, so the fuel tank is up here on the cowl, in between the cowl and the cab there. No overheat issues. We've left this thing run and idle here and so on and so forth, but just really kind of neat and nicely detailed. It's nice to have adjustable lifters on one of these, otherwise it is a real pain. Walk around over to the other side here. Probably give you a view from down here. So it purrs like a kitten, runs just fine. It has an upgraded, fully synchronized transmission. I'll get that out this morning. It has a Mitchell gear splitter overdrive, so a high-low overdrive on it, so you can actually drive it. All the electrical wiring and all that stuff has all been gone through by Jeff here in Costa Mesa at Hot Rod Electric. Just a super neat guy. This is one of his clients. So the wiring's all tidied up and all the lights are functional and all that kind of stuff. Here's a tag on the firewall. Model A, we talked about being built about 30 years, so 28 years or so. It was owned by Phil Russell, who rebuilt it in 1989. Current owner decided to leave the Russell crane on the door here. Kind of go around, but he's got it all ready, dolled up, drivable. Anyway, there you go. Hang on to the end of the video where we'll definitely have more undercarriage up on the lift. All right, we have the benefit of a lift here. You'd never know this restoration was done about 30 years ago, not a lot of miles, but the current owner's updated a lot of things on it. You've heard us talk about that, but we'll talk about a few things here that we noticed when we're back here. The pickup typically didn't come with a rear bumper because the frame would end right there. Anyway, they've built a custom extension here, and it has automotive style or sedan style bumpers on the rear, so it's kind of a neat little touch. All this is made so it's got a rear bumper on it. Kind of protects your fenders a little bit. All stock mechanical brakes. Looks like all the suspension has been went through and it's well greased. We talked about earlier when we were up underneath, doing the top side of it, that it has a Mitchell 2-speed gear splitter, so it'll do better highway speeds. Has the upgraded Synchromesh transmission. I'm looking for my spec sheet here. I'm gonna get it. Up here in the shop, it's always nice to have a lift. Sorry for a little bit of delay there. So it has a, get it here, A Mitchell Synchromesh transmission with a lightened flywheel. So flywheels were pretty heavy to begin with, probably, according to the owner, probably about 60 pounds, but it's been lightened quite a bit, so it has a lightened flywheel, which gives it a little bit better RPM turn. Has a Mitchell overdrive installed in the last 2 years, so the transmission and the gear splitter are within the last 2 years. The engine's all been upgraded. You've already heard me talk about that, so I don't need to go over that. We're just kind of sharing with you the undercarriage of it. You can see how neatly little detailed little Model A pickup it is. You don't see a lot of pickups. So anyway, we're going to ask you to go to Spud's Garage. Stock brakes in the front, stock buggy spring suspension. Steering box, kind of the bottom side of the motor here. Anyway, go to spudsgarage.com where we'll have plenty more. Have a great day.